Hey guys, okay, I'm dressed. I am listening to Rotten Mango on podcasts or whatever, and I'm just like, there's these killers. It's episode 21 of the true crime episodes or whatever, because it comes right after the butterflies episode of that novel or whatever. And they're talking about these genius dudes that committed this murder it was called the Almost Perfect Murder back in like the 20s, the 1920s or some shit. And I'm like, listening to this, I'm like, see, this is why ego and intelligence cancel each other out. Like, the more you let the ego take hold, the dumber you are in my opinion. Like, you're just dumb. Like, you're a smart dumbass, basically. That's what you are. Because the mistakes they made are just the dumbest ones. Like, really? Like, okay, so for example, what I mean by this is, if I were to become a serial killer, or any kind of killer or whatever, because honestly, because I don't count anybody who kills in self-defense, like literal life or death, it's you or me kind of situations. I don't consider them murderers or killers because, hello. Self-defense, bitch, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. That's an entirely different category, okay? So if I were to become what I consider a killer or a murderer, somebody who's just like, I'm just gonna kill you, okay, premeditated bullshit, it would have to be, I would have to, like, completely be cold, methodical, and have no ego involved. Because as soon as ego, be like, I got away with it, I did this thing, I need people to know, but no, I'm more scared of going to prison than I am. I'm not even scared of going to prison. Because I know I could adapt, I just don't want to. I'm not for prison. I'm not. I'd either myself while I'm in there before anybody else gets a chance to do it for me. Okay? Or I would then kill my fucking soul so that I could make it. Like, that's it. Like that's it. And I don't want prison, honestly. I want death row. Like, if I were to do that, if I were to get caught, I'd rather death row. No. And then, of course, I wouldn't get it. Of course, I wouldn't get it, because they're like, well, they want to die. We can't just give them what they want. Look what they did. Anyway, so I would have to be 100% cold and methodical. In order to become that way, though, I'd have to entirely kill my soul. Like, I'd have to become truly dead inside in order to commit this atrocity, right? So, and that would also, I think that would kill my ego with it. Because, like ego is so lively, I don't know. But either which way, ego has to not be a factor, because that's where they fucked up. They're like, I'm gonna get away with this because I'm so smart. It kind of reminds me of that one doctor that Dr. Mike dragged to filth with no, like, he dragged him to filth with facts. And basically, no, the guy, actually, basically, he gave the guy enough rope to hang himself with, because Dr. Mike knows not to say certain things. He's like, okay, so what was this thing that you were talking about with this thing? And the dude, with his ego, was like, oh yeah, well, you might as well have a cigarette than an apple. Like, what? Wait, what? Like, he said the shit, and then his whatever got mad at Dr. Mike and saying, like, cease and desist. He's like, I said nothing of the sort. He said it his damn self, okay? Blame him and his goddamn ego, okay? Because no, I just asked a question and he just rolled with this, saying these horrible things and laughing about them. Like, the video is not doctored or altered. It's not a deep fake. It's like, bro, he said that. So they had to leave Dr. Mike alone. And he had to leave, and he got to leave the videos up. I am glad that he did that, because that dude, Because Dr. Mike is like, no, he's actually done a lot of great work for his patients. But he's also saying these wild, fucking, stupid things that he damn well knows aren't true. And that's because that guy's speaking from his fucking ego. He's an idiot. He's destroying his own credibility. Dr. Mike tried his damnedest to save it by saying, okay, dude, I just need you to say what you know is true, and that is smoking is bad for you. But the guy just refused. Like, he's like, you got it. No. Okay, see, this is where I need to draw a hard line. Like, you can't really be seriously encouraging your patients to smoke. He's like, well, you might as well. Like, really? Dr. Mike's like, bro, what? So that's what I'm talking about. These guys in this episode that I'm listening to, these murderers, these terrible, horrible, fucking wretched creatures. Like, really, bro? Really? You became a monster and you couldn't even do that right. Because of ego. You're terrible. And you're terrible at it, and I'm glad you got caught. Bitches. Go kill it, fucking. Go say it and fucking. Oh my God. Go watch that. Go listen to that episode if you haven't already. That shit. Of course, I don't know who hasn't. It's old. It's many years past already. It's super popular. There's no way you haven't. I'm catching up to the whole podcast scene, okay? I'm just now realizing, oh my God, I could have enjoyed the podcast this whole time, but I just thought it was going to be lame because the only ones I had heard about were really lame. You know, terrible people saying dumb shit, and it was boring. And I was like, oh, this is all what podcasts are? I'm like, God. And it turns out there's so much fun shit to listen to. Some of it is like radio theater. I love radio theater. I did not know that podcasts of that type existed and have been existing for like 10 years now. More than 10 years? I don't fucking know. It's amazing. Anyways, I'm just like, guys, just stop trying to be serial killers. Just stop killing people for no fucking reason. Okay? Unless somebody's coming at you with a fucking ice pick or axe or some shit and it's either you or them. Unless those circumstances happen, don't do it. Just stop it. Stop. Get some help. Okay, anyways, I love you guys. I'm gonna go back to getting my day started. I just had to go on this tangent for no reason because it's like, bro, what? Like, no. Just no.